Man titties.
Man titties.
Check. One. Check. We good?
We're already recording.
We're recording already?
I got you on camera
You got me
saying man titties.
Okay.
Man titties, baby.
Man. Moonbees.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the second episode of the Weekend Respawn.
Weekend Respawn.
The best place for us weekend warriors, us weekend gamers, to catch up on everything that's going on in the gaming world.
I'm feeling like a weekend warrior right now.
Yeah, same. I have not had a lot of time.
Bro, I blew up my OBS this week.
What did you do?
I have no idea.
We just stopped?
I have no idea what I did, so I have not been able to stream. I just turned on the stream the other day, turned on the computer, and it said, "Hey, man, all your stuff's not where it's supposed to be." I'm like, okay. Nope, it still don't work. Well, yeah, and I'm really technically savvy.
Very technically savvy.
Really technically savvy.
You know how to use OBS better than I do.
Yeah, but I'd never seen it do this before. It's just that all my stuff was gone.
Oh, man.
And there was errors popping up, and I said, okay, well, guess I'm not streaming today. And that streaming today has turned into not streaming for like the last 3 days. I've done a couple test streams, played some Dig Dug, played some Miss Pac-Man with people.
Dig Dug?
Dig Dug, yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah. Oh, we're going to learn soon.
Oh.
I'm going to teach you about old school arcade games someday.
Dig Dug. I know I've heard the name before. I don't know what it is, though.
That's dude, we can do a whole podcast.
I watched you play Pac-Man.
Yeah, we can do a whole podcast on
retro game podcast.
Retro games, yeah.
I'm down.
That's for sure. Real easy there.
Okay.
But yeah.
Sounds good.
But yeah, just real quick, the streaming's been down because I'm having to rebuild our streaming platform on OBS, and a couple more days. This is coming out Friday. I probably spent the morning rebuilding a lot of stuff, so look for me in like the next day or two.
Okay. So all right, good to know. So apologies for not having live streams going on.
I don't like it.
That's just computer blew up.
No, just OBS.
Just OBS. OBS lost its mind. All right, I want to start the show off proper. We've got a viewer comment from our first episode that I wanted to bring up because it has to do with tradition. From Simbob Wason, says, please do the bottle clink thing every podcast video so it can become a thing, and I can be ready next week.
All right.
Please and thank you.
That's
ready?
Easy enough.
3, 2, 1. A little off kink.
That's okay.
A little off kink that time.
But what are we drinking this week?
This is Heineken, buddy.
German beer.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
and these are the tall cans too. These are the big suckers.
This'll. Oh my God, that brings college back. Hello. Don't know how many kegs of these things I've tapped.
Yeah, this podcast is not brought to you by Heineken. YouTube, don't demonetize me.
Smells like a frat party.
Definitely does. Yeah, I get that. Heineken, baby. All right. The first topic for today. Let's talk about Space Marines, man.
Space Marines?
So it's officially the first week that it's been out. We've played it for 4 or 5 days.
You've played it a little bit longer than me.
How many hours you got?
Like 3 or 4.
That's it?
That's it. I told you, man. Stuff blew up.
Whoa.
I've been
yeah, but you can still play even if you're not streaming, right? You didn't.
Yeah, I haven't had a lot of time.
Okay.
I've been very disappointed in myself this week.
Okay.
I've played long enough to go through part of the campaign and get really confused on the mothership. What do they call it? What do they call it? The
battle barge.
Battle barge.
Yeah.
The battle frigate.
Something.
Yeah.
A battle bulge? No, that's not right.
Yeah. I feel real manly when I play this game.
You're walking around with a giant.
Yeah, for sure.
I was a little lost on the battle barge as well. I'm like wandering around. I'm like, am I supposed to be like collecting missions right now? Like, what the fuck is the menu at? Somebody texted me. They were like, hey, give me your code. And I'm like, how the fuck do I give you the code?
I don't know what code. What code are you talking about?
They're like, press Y. And I was like, oh. And you just press Y and it pops up. But yeah, there was a steep learning curve on this game for me.
Yeah.
I've got about 7.5-ish hours, somewhere in that range.
I know what you're going to say.
Bro, I am fully prepared to be claimed as a heretic in all the comments.
Yeah.
There will be massive backlash, and everybody's going to think I'm an idiot. But I don't like this game.
Sorry.
I am not having fun. It's
Okay.
it's I don't even know if it's the game. I'm not saying it's a bad game, people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's a bad
not
game.
a bad game.
It's not a bad game. It's just not for me. I am immensely bored most of the time.
Really?
I find it to be, and I know I've had arguments with people in Discord already about this, but I do find it to be a little bit too much of a button masher for me, where you're just spamming the RB button on the controller to be like / hold / hold / and then combo, parry, combo,
Trigger,
hold slash bash.
Top trigger, left trigger, right trigger,
dodge
button.
Look, it's the same reason why I don't like the Arkham Knight games.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're cool, and I've played the first one, and I think I played the second one as well, but it's just not my thing, man. It's a combo button masher parry system with shooting elements. It's not a tactical shooter.
No.
At all.
It is not even remotely close to being
not a third-person shooter. It's a combo melee combat game with shooting elements.
Which I find it strange why all the shooter channels are all of a sudden playing this game when it's not really a shooter game.
Most of the time, the shooting for me, and again, I've only played a couple, 7-something hours, so I haven't upgraded everything. People tell me that the guns become more powerful.
Yeah.
Obviously, the more you upgrade them, but these enemies with the guns that you start out with are bullet sponges. You're just spamming that just enough to like stagger them so that you can get close and then use your melee stuff. Like your melee is your primary stuff. Like to me, that's kind of how I've been playing it. I'm like, okay, I just got to get into the fight and take out the big guys, because if you take out the bigger dudes, when they die, the rest of the little minions die.
When I was playing with our buddy Kay.
Yep.
Christ. He's I guess he's kind of like our game guide for everything these days.
Pretty much. I mean,
but he's retired, and that's what he does.
That's what he does. He
plays games and he builds computers.
Yeah.
And he dives into codes and
figure shit out.
He's our
guy.
He's our dude.
Everybody needs that.
Tech. He's our tech.
Yeah, everybody needs a tech in the group.
Everybody needs a tech
for sure.
And and he's naturally really good at these kind of games. And I was going through just the first campaign section with him. And full disclosure, it took me a long time just to get through the tutorial because everybody knows I have issues. I have some medical issues with my hands right now.
Right.
With my joints, my hands go numb or they just catch on fire or whatever. And it's hard to hang on to a mouse sometimes. And so we tried to we bought a controller just to see if it would help. I think it hurts worse.
Whoa. That's surprising.
I think it hurts more.
That's genuinely surprising.
But what I found myself doing was hating the shooting part of this game because I couldn't control
because you're not used to the joystick, though. Yeah, you're not used to the joystick.
How do I put this thing on stupid aim? So there is a setting in there for dumb aimers who can't. It's like it gets you closer anyway, so you can get the thing there. And but I found myself just okay. I just wanted to charge the enemy and smash the top two buttons.
Right. Which Vanguard would work really well for you.
And do the cool little combo Mortal Kombat moves, basically. And then the little thing lights up and you push button down on your right
on the stick
thing and
to do the execution.
Then you go, Hadouken! And
Hadouken!
Whatever. That's what I feel like I'm doing. I feel like I'm playing a Mortal Kombat game.
Yeah, seriously. It's a combat game.
Right. But it's fun. Don't get me wrong. I'm having fun with that kind of stuff. But it does seem very repetitive. The game's very linear to me. But that's the campaign part. I have not even touched.
I've done a couple.
I haven't touched operations.
The operations, to me, again, 7 hours in, the operations feel very much the same as the campaign. It's just slightly different maps.
Right.
And you have your squad to go. But the other issue, though, is I'm brand new to the Warhammer universe.
Yeah, I
don't know jack shit.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, there's the freaking heretic army. And I'm like, who the fuck is that? I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
And they're like, look, there's a giant transparent bird we have to kill. And I'm like, the fuck is that? I don't know what that. And then there's some guy in the middle of it, like laser beams pointing out of him. And I'm like, is this important? Am I supposed to care about this? I don't know.
And I think, there's always been Games Workshop Warhammer 40K Warhammer Fantasy games.
Sure.
There's a ton of them out there. There's some good ones. Most of them aren't. But most of them are kind of shitty.
Mm-hmm.
But if you aren't, I think the problem that they've always had is that there aren't a huge amount of people in the mainstream world that are into Warhammer 40K.
Sure.
So trying to sell
they
12 million copies like Helldivers did. I don't know if there's 12 million people out there that are into Warhammer 40K. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
So-
I do.
so
I think if they market it right, they could probably get a lot of people into it. And I think that's happening to a certain extent.
Because it's heavy on the lore.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Which is fine.
And
That's good. That's good.
No, I'm not saying it's bad.
Yeah.
Because I like it, but I'm not familiar with it at all. And I've been around Warhammer 40K for 30 years now.
Yeah.
And I don't know jack squat about it. But it's always been one of those peripheral fandoms that's just right there on the edge of stuff that I do know about. So
let me tell you,
I dabble with it.
Let me tell you a couple of things about the game that I specifically don't like for my own personal reasons. And it's game stuff. It's not necessarily like lore or game or play style or anything like that. It's so when you hop in with a buddy, and you like, I just played the campaign with a buddy of mine. And we went through a couple of the missions with it, and it was cool. Like we were talking, and he was kind of explaining things to me while we're going. But then every time you hit a load screen, it just cuts your audio. Like you can't talk to your friend anymore. It's just like you're no longer in the lobby together. And then for the load screens, it's the same thing. You can hop on one of those stupid fucking elevators that you spend 25 minutes on.
The slow moving
fucking. This elevator goes to the rooftop.
Oh yeah, another elevator.
Like, yep.
Fuck yeah,
The
man!
guys
I
are,
love
like,
elevators.
Like rescuing. Not a load screen at all. Not even a little bit. Don't kid yourself.
Well, no, the load screens are real. They shut the game down and they don't let you talk to each other. Like right now.
Oh, look, another fucking elevator. Let's go fucking hang out. I'll see you on the other side of the load screen. That shit was driving me insane today. Because I played like a good grip. I played like a good 4 hours. I played like a good 4 hours today. And I swear to God, at least 30 minutes of that shit was just sitting on an elevator.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is fucking boring, man. And then I couldn't even, like, the fun of one of the elements of Helldivers, and I'm not trying to make a direct comparison because these games are not similar at all. But for this specific example, when you're in the loading screen, whether you're dropping down on the planet or you're extracting in Pelican, part of the fun is shooting the shit with your buddies while you're waiting to dive in. And you got this little back and forth, or like, oh, I can't wait to freaking get down here, and you start laughing, having a good time. This game, it totally cuts that out. You're just like, no, you can't talk to each other. And that there's a load screen, like when Titus and his crew are sitting on the ship getting ready to end. It's like the load screen for the mission, and it's just dead silent, and it's just like background noise, and you're like, well, this is fucking fun. Thanks, guys. I guess I'll wake up when this freaking load screen's done.
Yeah,
there's things I don't like about that. It takes me out of it. It takes me out of the fun of the game. Some people might disagree. You guys, I'm probably gonna get shit in the comments, but I'm just like, hey man, I'm just telling you the truth.
I don't think you will. I think people who are into Warhammer 40K are gonna understand that there's a high barrier of acceptance for this stuff. We were into this for what we thought was the genre of the game. This could have been, a Marvel Comics tactical shooter, and we would have still been into it. It's like, oh, this is gonna be the greatest thing ever, but and we get it, and it's it's not exactly what you think.
Look, graphically, it's impressive,
gorgeous
game,
beautiful.
The scale of things when you're like walking out onto this platform and these castles are towering over you, really, really cool, great stuff. But the level design is just very like, go down this hallway, go up this thing, go over here,
super linear.
Click the button.
There's only one way to go.
There's only one way to go.
There might be a couple little side alcoves where you can go in and find
like a spare stim pack or something.
There's some stim packs, some grenades, and a gun, and they're always piled up on a box. And, But you got to turn around. Not to talk shit, but the game is kind of shallow.
Go
up the stairs, push the buttons on the gate, kill a couple swarms and a mini boss. Go around the
every
corner,
mission.
Push another gate. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing every mission.
Yeah, and then you get a cut screen and the angry Imperial Guard lady, get those guys over there, and then you're I will save you. I'm a space marine, and whatever. But
Yeah.
I'm a big bad dude.
Yeah.
It's like I'm kind of like want some hot space marines. I want some chicks.
No, don't say that.
Let's get some chicks.
No.
I did a tweet today. It's like, man, it's a big, really hot,
Just giant tits.
just giant snoot chicks. Yeah.
It's just giant Amazonian freaking
Yeah.
big-titted metal breastplate shit. Yeah, okay.
I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. I
It's
know.
a fucking joke.
I know there's no women in the Space Marines. I get it. Just saying.
Yeah.
I like them a little thick, so they would fit in the armor. Okay.
Just saying. I
Just
like 'em a
make
little
them
thick.
10 feet tall.
Sure.
Death by snoo.
Sure. Isn't there
It's fine.
Death by snooze? Look, I'm not. I feel like I'm bashing on the game. Look, it's not
You're
a
not.
bad game, and if you're in love with it and you're playing it and you think like I'm watching all these big time YouTube streamers and stuff like that, and they're all just gushing over this game,
Mhm.
and I'm like, did I miss the boat, man?
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
this game is that fun. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool, but it feels like
It's a souped up console game.
yeah,
That's
it
what
feels
it is.
very much like a console game.
Yeah.
And I don't know what do you mean by console game? Are you talking about just like that?
But like console game, like by meaning everything's just a little bit different painted version of everything else. Like it's like the backgrounds are all kind of the same. This campaign so far, it's just you're just going up and down hallways and corridors, opening gates, and and that's what I mean. So
You know what it reminds me of is like those old dungeon crawlers
Mhm.
where you're kind of up above and you're looking at your character.
Mhm.
The games that you like to play.
yeah,
It reminds me of that, but lowered.
It's
on
like-
your point of view is just third person.
I
instead
like
of, over the head.
games where I can go any direction I want to go.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So open world games, I guess that's my kind of thing. I don't feel like this is not an open world game.
Not even. I don't even think. No, it was never advertised. As
No,
that either,
not at all.
though. No.
But it's just I think it's just going to end up being a matter of taste. Now I'm going to sit here. I'm going to be straight up and say that I have not experienced Space Marines enough to be able to give it a grade or
I totally agree.
fairly
Totally. This is my first impressions.
first impressions or
Yeah.
fairly give it a score
Yeah.
of any kind.
I want to finish
It's
the
like-
campaign, which I think
Right.
I'm close to doing, and I want to do all of the operations. I want to get the game under my belt,
Yeah.
and then we'll talk about like, okay, this is my review of it.
But-
But as of right now,
Yeah.
7 hours in, I could never pick this game up, and I don't think I would
Right.
miss it.
Yeah. So here's my general impressions is really probably similar to yours. But like I said, I feel like I'm just playing a linear platform game on a PlayStation.
Have you tried any of the PvP?
I have not. I have not had a chance to. Like I said, my time got super
Sure.
crazy this week.
That's the
And-
next
and
step.
that's
So
the-
yeah, when I get the characters down and I do the operations and I do all that stuff, I want to step into PvP and see if it changes my experience a little bit. I don't really like PvP games, but
Mhm.
this might be different. We'll see. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give it a fair shot. Yeah, but
And
I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm not part of
maybe
the
you
cool
just
kids club.
maybe you just haven't hit that sweet spot in the game yet that you
Maybe.
might like. I haven't either. But like I said earlier, I am going to force myself to experience the key points of this game, and then I'll make a decision.
Yeah.
Do I see myself spending 300 hours in this game? No,
Nope.
absolutely not.
At this pace, they're gonna get 20 out of me. And that's about
20,
it.
25, 30
Yeah.
is about where I see myself before I'm probably gonna want to go back and kill some bugs and robots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because at least in that game, I feel like I can control what direction I want to go.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep. But it's a completely different game.
Completely different
We're
type
not
of game.
go- it's apples or oranges.
Yep.
Two different things.
100%.
Two different things. I
100%.
also, on this subject, I know we were almost gaslit into thinking that this was going to be like the Helldivers 2 killer.
Yeah.
I no longer think that
No.
at all. I was completely wrong in thinking that.
In fact, the
This game is not a competitor for Helldivers 2.
the Steam chart I saw today, actually, the numbers are actually declining since launch day
For Space Marines?
for Space Marines 2 already. So I don't know. I guess we'll see how it goes. Right now, Steam charts 77,000 people, which is a lot. But for a brand new game,
77,000 playing right now?
players
It
right
seems
now.
like a lot less. than I expected.
77,768 players right now. 24-hour peak, 146,000.
Okay, that's
All-time
better.
peak, 225,000. which
All-time
is-
peak was
what is-
225,000, and
225,690 3
the
days.
24-hour peak is 100,000.
And the 24-hour peak is 146. So
So
100,000.
they lost 100,000 players in the first
80,000. Yeah,
in the first week.
first 3 days. The
Shit.
peak was 3 days ago.
You think maybe it'll pop up over the weekend?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, the question is will it beat the peak that the game was at 3 days ago, which is about when the game launched,
The
right?
game launched on Tuesday, right?
Yeah, that sounds about
Monday
that's
or
probably
Tuesday.
peak day.
Yeah. Wow.
So
Hmm.
it's interesting. We have all
Yeah.
these charts and graphs and numbers and ratings and stuff nowadays.
Yeah.
They go, how's it comparing to this game? You know, it's
Meh.
very interesting.
Meh.
But like I said earlier, I know I'm probably stepping on you.
No, you're good.
I'm just tickled this game a little bit. I haven't played any of the other classes. I haven't gone in there and really fully explored it. I'm a little confused.
I'm very confused.
The social aspect of this game sucks donkeys. Okay, it really blows.
Even in game, I've noticed because I played with 3 people. It was a full squad, 3 people on the team.
Yeah.
And because you're basically transparent to each other
Mhm.
and there's no team damage aspect to it,
Right.
you basically just ghost through everybody.
Right.
And
You can't no you can't damage.
you can literally walk through your friends.
Yeah.
Like you could walk right through them like they're not even there.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that when you start clearing a map and you have like one final dude,
Mhm.
everybody just bum rushes it. And whoever just hits the execution button gets the execution.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's a lot of coordination in this game.
There's not.
I played with, like I said, I played with a couple other people and we all kind of just went our separate way.
Mhm.
And the only time that we had to actually like work as a team is if one of us was down, we had to go revive them.
Mhm.
Other than that, we all just kind of went around, spammed the button, killed the enemies, and then fucking, I'll meet you over there at the fucking elevator.
Yeah. Go to the elevator.
Let's go to the elevator and fucking hang out for 15
really elevator
minutes.
crazy.
God damn it.
But again, I just want to stress I'm
Yeah.
not ready to give this game a thumbs up or a thumbs down yet.
Yeah.
I'm in here. I'm in the middle right
Yeah.
now. You know, I don't know where I'm going to end up. Probably somewhere 3/4 erect, somewhere around there. You know, so
Erectus.
gonna give me a
Erectus Maximus. Join me, brother. What was that thing they posted in Discord this week?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so the next thing I wanted to mention is this Concord thing.
Oh God, we're gonna go there.
How much do you know
I
about it?
don't know very much about it other than this thing popped up in all of our gaming sphere of people
Yeah,
last week,
pretty much.
pretty
Yep.
much a week ago.
Yep.
All the channels that talk about all that stuff every day, day after day, started jumping on this stuff like crazy.
This is a Sony game again.
Yeah. I mean, here it's real easy. If you go woke, people aren't gonna play your shit. You know, because it's real simple. There's a whole bunch of people out there, at least in the social media world, that yell and scream and cry and bitch and complain and clutch their pearls about not having any representation
Mhm.
and all this kind of stuff in games. And
But they're never the ones who buy the game.
but you got your game, and guess what? You didn't buy it. You're not playing it. And what happens? They go broke.
Yeah.
And Sony goes,
Pull the
okay.
plug.
pull the plug, tax right off,
Yeah.
bury that shit out there with those fucking ET cartridges out there in the middle of the desert.
Yep.
And
This is
let's forget this piece of shit ever happened.
Well, I think they might have a plan for trying to re-release it as a free-to-play because that was the other issue. Is their direct competitors were all free-to-play games.
Yeah.
And then the monetization was all just like microtransactions and trying to get all their shit in game once you're playing.
Yeah.
This game was like, no, $40 up front. And, but they were like, well, I could just go play Fortnite for free.
Yeah.
It's essentially the same game. I mean, I'm being a little general here, but it's a first person cartoony hero shooter. It's fucking Fortnite.
It's like Overwatch type game.
Yeah, Overwatch, Fortnite, that type of shit.
Yeah, I don't play Overwatch either.
I don't play Overwatch either. I don't play those games.
Apex, whatever.
Yeah, Apex Legends. These are all free to play games, and
Yeah.
people are like, "Why would we spend $40 on this?"
There's a couple of those games out there I am gonna like check out, but this one is like This one never. I
Dude,
honestly,
I didn't even
I
know.
barely even heard about it.
I didn't know it
first
was a
off.
thing until after it was already like done. Like it was,
Mhm.
they pulled the plug on it, and that's when I started popping up on my news feed, and I was like, "What is this Concord thing?"
Yeah.
They spent $100 million
Yeah.
and 8
Insane.
years of production
Yeah.
for them to let it run for 11 days and pull the plug.
Yeah.
Because like less than 1,000 people logged on to play it.
Right.
Fucking insane, dude. Just absolutely insane.
And those were the 1,000 people out there that
They were
they were no. Those are the people out there with the 1,000 little Mary Sue blogs
no,
and things that they bought. They actually got the game to play it, to review it, and then
that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Those people were the people who bought the game so that they could review it.
It's like half of the Star Wars televisions or Lord of the Rings shows. Half of their terrible ratings are people who are watching it
so they can review
so they can talk about it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like us.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is terrible.
Yeah.
But I just give them a click. God damn it.
It's funny because I posted about it on our YouTube community page, and somebody had commented below that they actually played the beta version. And they were like, the game was super fun.
Yeah.
But they would throw freaking woke shit down your throat every 2 seconds. And he's like, eventually I just stopped.
Yeah. It's like,
So-
I don't need to pick the pronoun.
It's like
my guys.
it's all kinds of nonsense. I didn't look too deep into all that stuff. I heard what happened to it. I thought I was like, wow, that's crazy. It's being labeled as the biggest video game failure since E.T.
Yeah.
from 1983 or whatever the year that was. That's infamous for like the worst video game ever, right? This game's not a bad game according to the people who've played it, but it's just the amount of money that it lost is absolutely insane.
Yeah. I hope it sends a message through the gaming world that woke people don't spend money or play games. and those of us that do aren't going to spend our money on your shit. You did you hear about speaking of woke, what's the new Grand Theft Auto game that's coming out?
Grand Theft Auto 6?
6 got delayed
Oh, really?
till like 2026, maybe longer.
Another year?
Yeah,
For what?
because they were putting a bunch of woke shit in the game.
And they were worried.
And then this happened.
And then they were worried it was going to fail.
And they're like, maybe, then this is what I'm hearing, maybe we need to pull back a little bit, reevaluate this bullshit that we're putting in our games.
No way.
And yeah.
I've never played
So,
Grand Theft Auto. It's also not a game that I've.
So
Ever
I'm hoping what's happened with this game
Yeah.
is going to make some changes because, all this shit with these companies that are putting all this diversity and equity inclusion bullshit like Sweet Baby Inc. stuff and these kind of companies. They're
It's
just
killing
they're,
games.
They're
It's
destroying.
killing
They're
them.
destroying the gaming world,
And
and they need to go.
since we're on the subject, this is a perfect segue. So
this guys, this isn't stuff we're going to talk about every week.
no, this
Okay, this really isn't our jam, but
there's so much of it in the news right now.
You just got to talk about it.
We gotta get it out. We gotta get it out. So I've been enjoying the absolute shit out of Kingdom Come.
Mhm.
It has become my obsession.
Yeah.
I spent 3 hours hunting rabbits the other day, and I wasn't even mad about it.
You give me shit for fishing
Yeah.
in World of Warcraft,
Yeah.
and you're out there hunting rabbits.
Yeah.
Be very, very quiet.
It's a rabbit hunting
I'm
season.
hunting rabbits. I'm hunting rabbits. Yeah, what's up, Doc?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I like that. That's what you need. Sometimes you just want to go hunt.
I can fuck off in the woods and go hunt. Yeah.
With your bow and arrow. Or
Well, I was
whatever.
like, I was still pretty early in the game. I've got like 20 hours in this. I was still pretty early in the game. I had no money. And I'm like, okay, the only way I can make money right now is by hunting and selling the meat. That was like the easiest way for me to make money. And I was walking around and I stumbled on a bandit camp.
Oh.
And I was freaking out because I'm still fucking super low level.
Yeah,
I
they're
have,
going
like,
to kill me.
I was like, oh my God, they're going to kill me. But I spent enough time in the fighting ring practicing with Sir, I think his name is Bernard or something like that. He's like the guy who trains you how to fight. And you can go to him anytime during the game and like practice and stuff like that. I spent probably a good 2-3 hours hanging out with him, just practicing sword fighting.
Did you make good friends?
Yeah, we're really good friends. Yeah. And I'm a really good fighter all of a sudden.
Got your reputation.
I got my fighting skills up, and I know how to parry, and I know how to do all the cool maneuvers and stuff.
Sweet.
So
You're not getting your ass kicked by the town drunk
these
anymore?
fucking no, not at all. I'll kick his ass, bro. I will take him down.
Right on.
So I stumbled upon this bandit camp, and I was like, oh shit. And this one dude started coming at me, so I pull my sword out, and it's just some shitty sword that I literally found on the ground in a ransacked town.
Some rusty old
piece
bronze
of shit.
Yeah.
And this guy starts hacking at me, and I'm freaking. I'm like a fucking Neo, all fucking slow motion, parrying, and I fucking stab him in the face, and he goes, oh, and he falls down.
You did the score.
Yeah, and then he's like, mercy, and then I was like, fuck you, man. And I stole all his shit, because he had like plate armor and all kinds of cool shit. I fucking robbed that motherfucker, and I took all that shit myself.
Wow.
Ever since then, game has become really easy.
Got a little easier.
It got a little easier.
Nice.
I got my own horse. I got all this shit.
You stole his horse?
I didn't. Well, I did steal his horse.
Horse thief?
I stole a dead bandit's horse. That's not
okay.
thieving.
Yeah,
that's not thieving.
Yeah. Did you kill the bandit?
I did kill the bandit.
So you killed the man. You murdered the guy and stole his horse.
And I stole his horse.
That's not very nice. But whatever.
It's 13.
It's gaming.
It's the 1300s, bro.
It's like is that or
he was going to kill me?
Is that or the plague?
Yeah. Anyway.
This was quicker for him.
I'll get to the point of my story. But I've been playing the shit out of this game, and I've been having a blast. I love the storyline. I love the world that it takes place in, all that stuff. I popped up on my news because now YouTube knows that I'm playing this game, so it just feeds Kingdom Come news to me every day. And I found out that the second one that's coming out in next February or this coming February, IGN has apparently done some kind of a weird like smear campaign against the developers because it's not diverse enough. 13 or 1400s freaking Middle Europe. What is it, bro?
Medieval Europe.
Medieval Europe.
1300s.
And they're like, there's not enough colored people and Asian people and this people and that people. And people from that area are like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? And I watched a couple of videos of people. That one guy that had created the video, he lives in Austria, and he was like, "This is literally my culture's history." And these psychopaths are trying to insert their 2024 freaking nonsense into my culture.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
That's what they're trying to do.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Insane.
And I'm glad that this developer is pushing back against that shit. They're like, no, fuck off. This is our story. This is what we're doing. It's based on real events and real people in history. It's all like historically, you can look these people up on Google and read about them and then go kill them in the game. You know what I mean? It's like,
look, man, there's only one. I'm gonna get canceled for this too, probably. But there's only one black dude that I want to see in the medieval story, and that's Morgan Freeman.
Fair enough.
When he was in Robin Hood, it was pretty cool.
Fair enough.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. Morgan Freeman.
He got his dots on his face.
Morgan Freeman's the only one allowed.
He's the only one.
That's it.
Maybe Seal.
Oh man,
Seal's kind of cool too. and the dude from Stargate, Teal'c. I like
Teal'c.
that guy. Yeah,
Teal'c's cool.
Those are the three guys. That's it.
That's it. Oh, it's so silly. No, it just goes to show you that this is still happening. It happened to freaking Concord. It's happening to this Kingdom Come game.
Yeah,
it's just crazy, dude. It's wild. It doesn't make any sense.
Look, man,
but
they go in there. These people they scream and they cry and they moan, and
they don't buy
somehow they get their way a lot of times.
Yeah,
and then they don't support it. It happens every single time. Doesn't matter what it is: video games, television shows, movies, toys.
Yeah,
whatever. They don't support it, mostly because they're all a bunch of weirdo hippies who don't have jobs and can't afford anything other than a phone that they probably got from some government program that they scream and cry on.
Can't afford a $2,000 gaming laptop.
Nope.
Or PC.
Nope.
Those PCs are getting ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
I looked at the newest graphics card for my PC and I'm like, maybe I'll fucking upgrade a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like $400 just for the graphics card. Yeah. I'm like, God damn.
That's actually, I think they've gone down a little bit in price.
Have they? I'm sure there's probably more expensive ones out there, but the one I was looking at, I was still amazed. I'm like, $400?
I'm gonna have to upgrade my computer probably early next year. I'm not really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But yeah, man, go broke, and
don't do that shit.
Just stay cool, man. Be cool. Be cool, man.
Be cool. All right, enough of the political nonsense.
Yeah.
That's not what we're here for. We're here for Steam news.
Steam news?
Yeah, we're going to pop up Steam news. So Sony's having a sale, mostly probably because they're trying to recoup their costs that they lost on Concord.
You think that's what it is?
Maybe. So Steam is having a sale right now. Let's take a look at what they're offering. Helldivers is 20% off. If you haven't grabbed it yet, now's your chance.
Man, what a deal. I thought we paid $29.99 booked for it when we got it.
No, it's $40.
Was it? Was it?
Yeah, it was $40. But
Okay.
check this out though, because this is, I don't know how long this sale is going on for, but buy the game now because we're going to talk about some updates for Helldivers here in a few minutes.
Yeah.
That I'm actually pretty hyped about.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty hyped about what's going on. Ghost of, how do you say that again?
Tsushima.
This has gotten rave reviews. Looks fucking badass. 20% off right now. It's $47.99 instead of the normal $60.
60. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're going to make you do the PSN.
PSN, the PSN linking.
So if you're a PC guy,
Uh-oh.
maybe you don't want to do it because I'm not interested in joining up the PSN
Not
network.
going to do it.
So
We got God of War, which I've heard nothing but good things about.
Yeah.
60%
is
off
that
right
the
now, guys.
first one or the?
Looks like the first one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I heard the second one's kind of trash.
Well, they also have The Last of Us Part 1, which
Yeah.
is the better game. That's on sale for $35.
See, now look at those prices.
Yeah,
If The Last of Us Part 1 was $19.99,
that would make
like
sense.
God of War,
Yeah.
I would seriously consider buying that.
Have you never played it?
No.
Oh, bro, it's so good.
But you know, I know where it goes, and I know.
Well, don't play this.
Is there beard tickling in it?
No.
It didn't-
Fuck no. Actually, that character that Nick Offerman plays in the show, in the game, is actually pretty funny.
Like good.
He's a fucking wild guy.
You don't want to rub beards together.
You want to just gingerly
I love you,
touch our
man.
tips.
I love you.
No, Last of Us Part 1 is a really good game. You could just stop there. Just play the first one. Don't even bother playing the second one. We got a couple Spider-Man games. What
Yeah.
is this?
Oh wait, that's Miles Morales. That's not Spider-Man.
This one's Spider-Man.
Okay, but that
And then
other
this
one,
one's
that's
Miles
Miles Morales.
Yes, that's not Peter Parker. It's
That's-
Miles Morales.
Miles Morales.
Morales, whatever.
He's not Spider-Man.
Okay. Well,
Peter Parker Spider-Man.
if whatever, man. I mean, you die on whatever hill you want. I don't fucking give a shit.
We're gonna get 50 comments about that. I guarantee you. Who's Spider-Man? Everybody?
Well, it's-
Peter Parker or Miles
Well,
Morales?
Peter Parker. Miles Morales. I can't even say his name. Heineken. Anyway, we got Ratchet and Clank. That's actually I don't know if this is a new one.
Not a console game.
July 2023. Yeah. Ratchet and
Yeah,
Clank.
looks
Those were fun.
interesting.
This Sackboy, I'm never gonna fucking play that.
I never heard these things.
This one looks interesting. If it's like a shooter, what is this?
Returnal. Don't know.
Action bullet. Does that say Bullet Hell? Bullet Hell single player. This looks interesting. I gotta click on this shit. Let me see. Still expensive though. $35.99.
Yeah. I don't like to spend more like $15.
Yeah.
On
If
games.
it's gonna be a sale, I want it to be a sale. You know what I mean? Break the cycle. Fight to survive as this award went. Oh, shut up. Stop jerking yourself off. Third-person shooter brings Celine's story to PC.
Girl boss.
Yep, Girl Boss.
All right.
Take on roguelike challenges. Engage enemies in bullet hell-fueled clashes. Share your journey through retinal
I don't have a comment because
with another player.
I want to get this last topic we talked about's got me all like salty now. I said girl boss bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, it might be good. I don't know, but
Well, that's it. That's for I think the Ghost of how do you say that? Shushima, whatever.
Ghost-
That's the one
Ghost of Tsushima.
that's the one that's interesting me the most. But that's
I
still
would like a Ghost of Tsushima roll, please.
that's still a pretty hefty price.
Is that
tag.
spicy or mild?
Well, I'm not gonna do it.
Just get some.
You're gonna get me to do
be
it.
like
Anyway.
be like Kate. Should go. Oh, Ghost of Tsushima.
That's at Dutch Butters on Twitter. Let's see what else we got.
Wax off.
Yeah,
Okay.
got a couple other games here. 80% off for Turmoil.
No, I don't ever heard of none of these games.
Yeah, that's the problem here. Is there anything like decent?
No, I don't know.
God of War, I think is probably your best bet. Helldivers 2, Forza. I don't play racing games. Do you ever play racing games?
I don't have a steering wheel, so no.
I don't have a steering wheel. Okay. Anyway, that's it for the Steam sales. What is the next topic you would like to talk about there,
I
Dutch?
don't know. What do we got?
We got some viewer comments.
What's our time? How long? are
We're at 40 minutes.
we? Okay, well, let's do some. You got viewer comments?
I do have a couple viewer comments. This is from
Viewer comments.
Wunter Monkey.
Wunter Monkey.
Oh, Wunter Monkey. Very good. Says, I am 41 years old, just dropped my daughter off at gymnastics lessons and threw my son and his friends outside to drink from the hose. Gen
Good
Xer.
boy.
Gen Xer, for sure.
41.
Gen Xer's 41, right?
No,
I'm
no.
37.
You're not Gen Xer.
Is he still a millennial?
I think he's a millennial. I'm 54. And I'm smack dab in the
what's
middle.
the date for Gen X? Is
I
it
think it's
85?
like 60. I think it's like 68 to 79 or something like that.
No, it's in the 80s.
You know what? I'm going to look.
Yeah, it's in the 80s. I'm ready to respawn. Thank you so much for the comment, man. And you are, by chance, our exact target demographic.
He really is.
Welcome to the channel, buddy. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're new here.
But
this one's for me. I'll just read it real quick because it's really funny. From Oxy Yerks 9849 says, I got Kingdom Coke Deliverance too last weekend. Kingdom Coke, because it's like it's super addicting.
Oh,
You know, you get that get that taste in you.
Gen X 65 to 80.
80 is the cutoff date?
Yes. So
That's more strict than I thought.
that 15 years. I'm right.
Anything after the 80s is
You're
millennial?
a millennial, my son.
Oh, that's weird. It's very weird.
You might even be like a Gen Zer.
Who? Fuck you. I don't even like being called a millennial.
When is your birthday?
88.
80 what?
88.
88?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're a millennial. Yep.
All right. There's one more topic that I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
Because
Is that it for readers? Is that it for viewer comments?
I got 3. And then we read the first one at the beginning of the show.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
We can go find more if you
No,
want.
that's okay.
I have a question for you because you've been trying to get me to play these you call them survival games, but they're not survival.
I don't know what they're called.
They're the games where
But they all have the word survivor in them.
Yeah. You're looking down on your guy, and then your guy just kind of wanders around the map, and you have to try and kill all the swarming enemies that are coming towards you.
You're going around the map and you're auto shooting, and every time you hit a level, which is often, you get a choice of like 3 or 4 different things to power yourself up, and you clear you keep on clearing the screen until you start, but then so
You know what game I want you to play?
they're super fun. Vampire Survivor.
So that's what I wanted to ask you because I look at those games and I'm like, nah.
They're the perfect games for wasting 30 minutes of your life.
Okay.
That's what they're good for.
I don't know if I'm going to do that. Bro 4. I want to show you this game and see if you
Bro
can rate
Force?
to it. Have you ever seen this game?
I don't know. Looks cool though.
So you got all your favorite characters. Xena, you got Rambo, Arnold. That's Mariachi from Desperado. Mr. T. Okay. So this is the trailer. This is not gameplay. But,
Was that from Tremors?
might have been.
Yeah, that was.
So this is a multiplayer game that you can play with your buddies. And you get to choose one of whichever 80 stars that you want. And you just go on this.
Bro Force.
Bro Force.
That looks really cool. What's the gameplay look like?
Okay. So gameplay looks like old school.
It's a side-scroller.
Side scroller.
Okay, cool.
And you basically just go through with all your weaponry and you just kill everything in sight.
It's like a game I play on my phone.
Yeah. Pixelized.
Yeah.
80s. The glory of the 80s. All right here. I saw this. I have this
How
game.
much is it?
It's probably super cheap. $14.
$15. I'll probably be able to get it for like $3 in Christmas.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It goes on sale all the time. I got it for sale when I bought it. So I have this game. So if you want to purchase it the next time it goes on sale, you and I will play it because it is co-op.
Okay.
It's online PvP. Oh, there's PvP. What? There's online co-op and there's split screen too. Split screen.
That actually looks like a really fun.
That looks like it's right up your alley. That's something that you would probably want to play.
But in the future, I want to go down some rabbit holes with you. I want to go down some side scroller games.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go down these action roguelite survivor type games. Like what we're talking like Vampire Survivor, that kind of stuff. I want to talk about those, like you mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But I need you to play them. I need you to go in and spend a few hours of your existence.
I'll tell you what. I'll
get a real opinion.
I'll request a reimbursement for Space Marines, and I'll go buy like 17 fucking.
You've already played too long to get your reimbursement. So
all right, fine. Well, I was told it was a Helldivers killer. It's not. Anyway, that's it, man. That's all the topics we got for today. Is there anything else you want to mention before we?
No, man. I'm having a good time. Like I said earlier, I didn't get as much time this week as I wanted to because everything kind of went
Callywumpus
on my computer.
Oh, that's all right.
But I'll have that fixed probably tomorrow. And You know, I'm having a good time. I've rekindled my love of video games in these last few months,
Nice.
and it's really cool hanging out with you and our crew and the people in our Discord, saltynerddiscord.com.
saltynerddiscord.com. It's a
Check
place
it
to
out.
be for us weekend warriors.
That's right.
Great crews to hang out with. I know when Space Marines came out, and I would log on to Helldivers, and all my friends list was empty because everybody was playing Space Marines instead of Helldivers,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh. So I'd jump in with some randos. But Discord is a great place. If you tag the Helldiver group or the Space Marines group or whoever, you'll find somebody cool.
Yep.
Oh, it's a little bit too late to mention it, but there was
I would like to do a shout out to well, she changed her name, but I knew her first as Mama Rocks. Right? I found the mythical unicorn out there.
The girl gamer?
A lady Helldiver.
Okay, girl gamer.
Finally found one.
Yeah,
she's really cool.
Right on.
I'm looking forward to playing some games with her again. So shout out to I think she goes by Lua in Discord. Luna. Discord. Yeah. So shout out to her. Nice having you in our group. I'm not sure if you know what you're getting yourself into here.
She can hold her own.
She can hold her own.
She can hold her own.
That's right.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching the show. I appreciate the massive support. We got over 2,000 views on the first episode ever, which was great. So
that's awesome.
Share the show. Let your other fellow weekend warriors and dad gamers and all those cool people know that we are here and we want to entertain you. So share the show and like and subscribe, all that shit. You know what to do.
Don't go woke.
Never do that.
Don't do it. Don't
Never
do
that.
Stay real.
All right, folks.
Keep it real, people.
Keep it real. Game on. See you next week.